What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. We've got a ton of NBA action and speculation to dive into today, and we're starting with a blockbuster hypothetical that's been making the rounds. Picture this: Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers of all time, teaming up with the Houston Rockets' rising star, Alperen Sengun. Could this duo be the best in the entire league? Let's break it down. First, let's talk about why this idea is so exciting. We all know what Kevin Durant brings to the table. He's a walking bucket, an offensive cheat code who can score from anywhere on the floor. His size, his shooting touch, his handle. It's a combination we've rarely seen in NBA history. He's a multiple-time champion and MVP for a reason. Placing him on almost any team instantly makes them a contender. Now, enter Alperen Sengun. If you haven't been watching the Rockets this season, you are missing out. Sengun has made a massive leap, evolving into one of the most skilled and creative big men in the game. His passing is just sublime. He sees the floor like a point guard, throwing no-look dimes and hitting cutters in stride. His footwork in the post is a thing of beauty, reminiscent of old-school centers but with a modern twist. They don't call him Baby Jokic for nothing. He's a nightly triple-double threat and the undisputed engine of this young and exciting Rockets team. So, imagine combining these two skill sets. You'd have Durant, the ultimate off-ball weapon, and isolation scorer, playing alongside Sengun, the ultimate offensive hub and facilitator from the center position. The pick-and-roll or pick-and-pop action between them would be virtually unstoppable. Do you double-team Durant coming off a Sengun screen? If you do, Sengun is an expert at hitting the open man or rolling to the rim for an easy score. Do you play Durant straight up? Good luck with that, he's still Kevin Durant. The beauty of this pairing is how they would complement each other. Sengun's elite passing would unlock even easier looks for KD, something he hasn't consistently had with a big man of this caliber. Durant's gravity, the sheer attention he commands from a defense, would open up the entire floor for Sengun to operate. He'd have more space to work in the post, more lanes to find cutters, and less defensive pressure when he's looking to score himself. It's a symbiotic relationship where each player makes the other exponentially better. Think about the high-low action. You could have Sengun in the post, drawing a double team, and finding Durant flashing to the basket or relocating for an open three. The defensive rotations required to stop this would be a nightmare. You'd need 5 elite, high-IQ defenders on the floor at all times, and even then, these two are so skilled they would likely find a way to get a good shot. Now, let's compare them to some of the other top duos in the league. You have Jokic and Murray in Denver, the reigning champions. Their two-man game is legendary. You've got LeBron and AD with the Lakers, a combination of basketball genius and dominant physical force. There's Booker and, ironically, Durant himself in Phoenix. Giannis and Dame in Milwaukee. Tatum and Brown in Boston. These are all incredible pairings. So, where would Durant and Sengun rank? I think they'd have a serious case for number 1. The offensive versatility would be unmatched. While Jokic and Murray are the current gold standard, Durant is a more potent individual scorer than Murray. And Sengun is arguably the closest thing we have to Jokic in terms of passing and court vision from the 5 spot. The combination of elite scoring and elite facilitating from 2 different positions would create a tactical advantage that few, if any, teams could handle over a 7-game series. Defensively, there might be some questions, but both players are more than capable. Durant's length makes him a disruptive defender when he's engaged, and Sengun has shown improvement on that end of the floor this season, using his intelligence to get into good positions. With the right pieces around them, like the defensive-minded players Houston already has in Dillon Brooks and Jabari Smith JRB, they could absolutely be part of a championship-level defense. Of course, this is all a fun what-if scenario for now. Durant is currently with the Phoenix Suns, and the Rockets are building a fantastic young core around Sengun. But in the NBA, you never say never. Trades can happen, stars can shift their allegiances, and the landscape of the league can change in an instant. The thought of KD joining forces with this Rockets team and mentoring a player like Sengun is just tantalizing. It could extend Durant's window for another championship while accelerating Houston's timeline to becoming a true powerhouse in the West. It's a fun thought, and I want to know what you guys think. Drop a comment below. Would KD and Sengun be the best duo in the NBA? Alright, moving on to our second big story of the day. and it's an update many of you have been waiting for. We're talking about Kyrie Irving and his potential return to the Dallas Mavericks lineup. Kyrie has been sidelined with a right heel contusion, an injury he suffered a couple of weeks ago when Dwight Powell accidentally fell on his leg. It was a scary-looking play, and fans have been anxiously awaiting news on his recovery. The latest reports coming out of Dallas are increasingly positive. He's been upgraded on the injury report multiple times, moving from out to doubtful to questionable. He's been participating more in practice, going through drills, and getting shots up. This is the typical progression for a player nearing a return, and it suggests that he's very close to being back on the court. The Mavericks have certainly missed him. While Luka Doncic has been playing at an MVP level, carrying the team with some historic performances, the absence of his co-star has been felt. The Mavs' offense just isn't the same without Kyrie's elite shot making, his ability to create for himself and others, and his knack for hitting clutch shots in the fourth quarter. He takes so much pressure off of Luka and makes the entire team more dynamic and unpredictable. Before the injury, the Luka-Kyrie pairing was really starting to click. They were figuring out how to play off each other, developing that chemistry that is so crucial for a championship-contending backcourt. Their offensive rating when sharing the floor was off the charts, and they were leading the Mavericks to a strong start to the season. Getting Kyrie back is essential for them to continue that momentum and solidify their place in the crowded Western Conference playoff picture. So, when can we expect to see him? While the team has been cautious and hasn't given a definitive date, all signs point to it being very soon. Don't be surprised if we see him back in the lineup within the next couple of games. The team will likely be careful with his minutes initially, easing him back into the flow to make sure the heel responds well and to avoid any setbacks. This is huge news for the Mavericks and for NBA fans in general. A healthy Kyrie Irving is one of the most entertaining players to watch in the entire league. His handle, his creativity, his finishing ability. It's pure art. Getting him back alongside a red-hot Luka Doncic makes the Mavericks a team that nobody wants to face. We'll be keeping a close eye on the injury reports and will bring you the latest as soon as he's officially cleared to play. That's all the news we have for today. It's always fun to speculate on dream pairings like Durant and Sengun, and it is great to hear positive news about a star like Kyrie Irving getting back to health. What are your thoughts on all of this? Let me know everything down in the comments. Thanks so much for watching. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more NBA news and analysis. We'll see you in the next one.